Cuts and time savers, those are music to our ears during this busy holiday season.
So we're turning to a chef, food expert, and author to find out what we should be making from scratch in the kitchen and what we can do with ready-made things.
I'm Aida Mollenkamp, and this holiday season I have some easy hacks to help make your holiday meals that much more fabulous. I'm working with the National Frozen and Refrigerated Foods Association, and I just want you to remember a couple really easy tips. Number one is to plan your meal as far ahead of time as you can. And while you're planning that menu, try to keep it low stress. The way I do that is through two things. I use frozen ingredients because they're picked at their prime and then already prepped for you. So you cut down on the prep and can start cooking right away. And then number two is that I use those dairy staples I already have on hand. Things like cream cheese I'm already using for my morning bagel. I bring them into a recipe, so if I have any leftovers, they can just be eaten the next day for the next meal. And so I have 3 recipes for you this holiday season, starting with these prosciutto, pesto, parmesan pinwheels. I use a store-bought pie dough or pizza crust, layer the flavors, roll them up, and what's great is you can freeze them and then bake them off when your guests arrive. And then for breakfast, I mean the most important meal of the day so that you're not eating cookies and eggnog, you can make this here. It is a cheesy potato breakfast taco. Take your favorite scrambled eggs, add some hot sauce, maybe use pre-diced potatoes to cut down on prep, and amp up those flavors. Make it a really big meal with frozen vegetables, shredded cheese, even some sour cream. And that way you can make it breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Now, it's not the holidays without a good holiday dessert, and this year I'm making these orange cream cheese bars. I'm using a store-bought pie crust, which is so versatile, anything from pot pie to a classic pie, and then layering in the cream cheese that not only do I use here, but I even put into my tomato sauce to make an extra creamy, easy tomato sauce. On top of that, some orange juice and orange marmalade, but this is also customizable to your liking. Now, 1 in 4 Americans actually try to pass off dessert as 1 in 4 Americans try to pass off store-bought dessert as their own, and so you can do the same thing, but I would recommend that you maybe add a few extra touches. So buy a frozen pizza, buy a frozen pumpkin pie, and then go ahead and add something like whipped topping with some pumpkin spice, or add some nuts to some ice cream, and make sure you personalize it just a little bit. So for more tips and tricks and all these recipes for this holiday season, visit easyhomemeals.com.